So I first laid eyes on a Lamborghini Murcielago SV back in 2009 in Lamborghini Sydney showroom. And ever since then, I've always wanted to own one. Every time I drive it, the senses and the feelings I get through my body, nothing can explain. And then the flames, V12, the presence, the looks. So presenting to you my Lamborghini Murcielago LP670SV, AKA Damn! Welcome to another episode of DBTV, and as you can see, we're in front of the Lamborghini Murcielago LP670, and the plate sums it all with this car. Damn, it's the D in DBTV. So let's go and check out the car, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. This, everybody, is the button to V12 heaven.
Many of you don't know, but my Murcielago journey started back in 2011 with the launch spec LP640 Coupe in Grigio Telesto, and it was spec'd in manual. It was etched in Batman's history as it was featured and crashed in Christian Bale's Dark Knight, hence the Batman plates.
The Lamborghini then, much more subtle.
I sold the LP640 Coupe in 2014, but it wasn't long till I got back into a Murcielago, and this time a unicorn manual Verde Draco LP640 Roadster. It was the only known Verde Draco LP640 Roadster, and the manual made it a true unicorn. The LP640 Roadster is where the damn plates was born. The colour has been made famous as it was featured in Top Gear with Jeremy Clarkson, and more recently Ed Bolian painting his coupe in this rare colour. Which brings me to my current LP670 SV, purchased back in March 2020. It was originally white, but there was 4 white SVs delivered into Australia, and it was the most common colour out of the 8 SV cars. As you can tell, I wanted something more unique, and midnight purple is my jam.
So let's take a closer look at what makes this Lamborghini Murcielago LP670 so special. Let's take a step back. So the first model was the Lamborghini Murcielago LP580. It was the successor to the Lamborghini Diablo. After that, they did a facelift, which is the LP640. So for the end of the line, they created this limited edition LP670. It had an extra 30 horsepower. They were originally meant to make 350, but during the GFC, they weren't able to sell that many. So some people say it was around 250 that was created. 10 came to Australia. I'm lucky enough to be the one in Sydney. Right-hand drives are probably around 30, 35 cars. Let's take a look at some of the differences with the 670. It had a full aero kit. The front bumper differs. They got the vents coming through the front. The mirrors also kind of varied differently. It had carbon brakes as standard. It had its own unique 18-inch wheels. But coming into the rear of the LP670 is what makes this car stand out against the other Murcielagos. It's got the full carbon aero kit, but in particular, it's this giant wang that makes this car stand out. But the original owner actually got the high downforce wing, which is a smaller wing, but then he got it afterwards, the big wang. I originally was driving it around with the small one, but come on, you gotta have the big one. As they say, but it's not the size that matters, right? Sure. Anyway, I changed the exhaust because the original exhaust, it sounded good, but we couldn't hear that full F1 sound. So I got the Krizek exhaust from Japan, and well, you'll hear it in the video. It sounds like an old school F1 car, just unbelievable. And then the flames just pop out, it's like that big. That just sums it all. Lamborghini, damn, big exhaust pipe, big wang. Other than the looks of the SV, what is it, the characteristics of this car that makes it so special? It's that V12 naturally aspirated 6.5 litre from Lamborghini. And let's hear that V12, baby. So the other thing that differed with the 640 is this engine cover. It's in the carbon with a bit of glass. The shape of it is like in a hexagon. That was the Lamborghini theme of the time. Look at that, V12, 6.5 litre. So this was the last of its kind. So for the Aventador, they had a whole new V12 design. So you can hear the engine sound differ between this and the Aventador. That's why I believe the Murcielago was the last of its breed, because this V12 actually carried on from like Diablo, you know, from the 70s. It carried on for 40 years. So this was the last, you know, last time that this V12 was in a Lamborghini.
What's your favourite thing about owning the Lambo?
Not just that Lambo, any special car, it's getting to share it with other enthusiasts and the public. You know, whether it be at the petrol station or stuff like that, just conversation starter. It's, you know, this car is to be shared. The factory wheel size was 18-inch, and the rubber that it's, you know, we got is the P0 courses. They're getting hard to get actually, because it's 335. 18. Only two cars really used this type of tyres. It was the Murcielago and the other one was the Dodge Viper. Everyone's telling me I should stock up on tyres. But yeah, carbon ceramic standard, suspension, it is a little bit stiffer than the LP640, but it's, you know, even normal street driving, it's fine. So here we are, the Lamborghini Murcielago's second home, the petrol station. It's not too bad, probably does around 25 litres per 100. How much is it now here? Press 1 to begin. She's thirsty, but it's not too bad. McLaren's probably pretty similar, 80 odd litre tank. Murcielago, she's so thirsty. So let's take a closer look at the interior of the LP670. So the biggest difference I'd say in the 670 is these fixed bucket seats. It completes the look. It's fine on the track, but on the road, you feel it, you know it. Every 30, 40 minutes, you just got to jump out of the car and just take a break. But yeah, so you got the carbon fixed bucket seats, you got full carbon interior, you got the full carbon door cards with the SV stitching. I think this is pretty, you know, this is pretty cool because obviously the doors go up. Full Alcantara interior, the steering wheel. Some people say it looks like a Mitsubishi Lancer Evo steering wheel. And sometimes when you hear it enough times, your brain actually says it actually does. So actually, I'd like to know, you know, direct comparison between the two. The 670 is supposed to be 80 kilos lighter than the 640, obviously because of all the carbon brakes and the fixed bucket seats. The other unique things of a Murcielago I always find is, I call this the oh shit handle for the passengers. So that's carried on from the early LP580, but yeah, they got rid of it in the Aventador, but I think it's a cool story when you got a passenger and you tell them about the oh shit handle and they go, what's this for? The infotainment, there's no CarPlay or anything. It's pretty standard. The original owner, he just installed a rear camera. The air conditioning, it hides behind a plate there. This used to lift up on the 640, but they don't do that on the 670. Other unique traits of the 670 is they got this theme, this arrow directional theme on the carpet, on the seats, and even there on the roof lining, which is all Alcantara. Yeah, it's a really nice place, special place to be in the interior of the LP670. And imagine if this was in manual. Fun fact, there's 5 LP670SVs that are made in manual. Those cars are true unicorns. So out of that 250, only 5 were made. I think only 4 are still on the road. Those things would probably be worth at least $3-4 million US dollars. These are probably going for around 1.3 million US dollars, which is close to 2 million Australian.
Damn! This is what it feels like to be Batman. Come on, your keys, bro.
So there you have it, my Lamborghini LP670 SV. We drove it around the street, drove it around the track. You could probably appreciate and experience why I believe this is the last analog Lamborghini V12. It's not perfect with the single clutch, but the combination of the street presence, the rarity, the last of the Bizarrini V12, I think makes this a little bit more unique and rarer compared to the Aventadors. So I look forward to seeing your comment, down below. And if you're liking the content on DBTV, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate you watching. See you on the next episode. Thank you.